Groceries here. Today I want to talk to you about my upcoming hike. As you know, for those of you that have been following, I'm in Paris right now. We're in a beautiful studio apartment style room. It's gorgeous. Love it. Big king size bed. Anyways, I wanted to go over my gear for the Camino. And I'm doing this because it's going to be somewhat different than the gear I'll be using on the PCT later this year. This is kind of a trimmed down version. Before I get into the whole thing, I will say to you that my base weight for this loadout right now is 5.5 pounds, which is considerably lighter than anything I would use on other trails. And that's primarily because I'll be sleeping in a bed every night. So that's important to note because I'm not bringing a tent, I'm not bringing a sleeping pad, I'm not bringing a liner, and I'm only bringing a quilt because a friend of mine who did this trail has said to me that there are some of these hostels, because we have to go in hostels every night. So some of these hostels don't have covers. They only have sheets. So that'll come in handy for me. Having a sheet between me and that basically says that, hey, you know what? I don't have to have a liner. So what I did was I sent all that on ahead to California, which I'll pick up later on. But anyway, let's get into it. Let's go through some of this stuff. Okay, let's start over here. I just kicked my Nyla Fume liner over there. This is new for this year, and it's new for just the Camino. This is a Z-Pax 10-degree quilt. Standard width, standard length. Nothing too crazy here. It's 22 ounces. Closed foot box. This is something new for me. I generally have gone traditionally for the zipped up foot boxes with the tether. I like it so far. I took it out with last week on a hot tent expedition. I'm not crazy about it. It's not bad, but I'm not crazy about it. It's 800 fill, so it's a little heavier. So I will use this on the Camino, but I've got the UGQ Bandit custom ordered for the PCT later on, and I'll send this one home. Very nice piece of gear for the cost. While I'm on down stuff, this is new for this year. It's a Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisperer jacket. Again, 800 fill. It was just an accident, by the way. I just realized this today when somebody had mentioned it, but this jacket actually matches the shoes. Go figure, I had no idea. Okay, moving on, I have the Patagonia Quandary, size 6 for me. I'll go down to a size 4 before I'm finished and going towards the PCT, but for now we're going to go with these. I love these. I've been using these for years, as you know, because they prevent ticks. They prevent me burning and peeling, which I do all the time. It's the only reason I don't wear shorts, honestly. While we're in this area, I always bring wet wipes no matter what. I like to wipe down at night. I have a merino wool buff that I use for my neck. This does a few things. It stops the sun from burning my neck. It also works as a windscreen if it's sandy or windy, or because I hate the wind. And then here we have my Kula cloth. Ladies, you know what this is. It's for peeing. I don't know if I need it or not on the Camino, but I brought it because I'm going to need it on the PCT. And this is my Thermarest Z-Rest ass pad. And you may recognize this. This is my top that I've been using for years. It's a very light 150 weight merino base layer that I wear at night. And along with that, which I have been wearing since the AT, are just some cheap leggings, very light, very thin, very sheer, just enough to keep me away from the quilt and or liner, just to protect it a little bit. You may also recognize these, my old Crocs. I did try some Tevas, but they were actually heavier, as it turned out. I was quite surprised at that, to be honest. Okay, moving on. I don't think I need this, but I did bring my traditional Be Free filter and my Z-Pax umbrella from the AT is worn out, so I had to get a new one. I paid, I think, 45 or 50 bucks for this. I noticed they built this one much better, much stronger than in previous versions. Okay, so moving on. As you may all know by now, I am a big fan of darn tough socks. So I have one pair for sleep, and I have one pair for spares, because I don't know, socks, you just got to have them. And then I have the pair that I'm wearing right now. Those will be the 3 pair of socks that I have. You don't see them here while I'm on the socks, and what that is underwear. I will carry 2 pair of underwear. Staying with the clothes, you may recognize this Columbia shirt, this top. I'm going to wear that this year because everything else seems to be blue. I thought, what the hell, right? May as well go with that. And again, with blue, I have my little pack towel that I always hang off my strap. I use this as a snot rag, a sweat rag, whatever I need. Whatever happens to need that attention that day. I have a lot of little bottles. I've switched over to a lot of tiny little travel bottles. This one here is bug juice. This is bug spray, and it's very light. You know, it's only the weight of the liquid because it was actually only 9 grams for the bottle itself. I had to get it. I mean, hey, no brainer, right? My little toiletry bag, it doesn't have the toilet paper in it, but it does have inside a Ace of Spades trowel. And why I brought that, I don't know. I may need it, I may not. We'll be in hostels every night, but I can tell you I definitely will need it on the PCT, so I brought it. My little electronics bag, which is kind of empty right now because, well, a lot of the electronics are in my hand, such as the camera. So I have cables, I have my usual Nightcore 20,000 with my Shaw's Hiker Hostel. This is the one I got ordered in after I lost 2 years ago. The other one, it's been going strong. Why would I replace it? And I put all that in a little Dyneema bag, very light. Even though it is already sealed up, it's going to act as another barrier for moisture. My little sunglass case, as you know, in there I have my sunglasses. I keep those, and I also keep my reading glasses. Inside are my Oakleys. I use Oakley Radar Path, I believe these are called. Somebody can correct me on that. I've got over 3,000 miles on these now. I'm going to keep going with those. Next up is my Diddy bag. My Diddy bag has lots of stuff in it. I have a little first aid kit in a Dyneema bag, separated. Now, usually this wouldn't go in here. It's only there because of the airport. Normally, this is very accessible on my front bag, like the little net bag. What do you call that? The front pouch on the pack. This is where that will sit all the time because I need it handy. So actually, I'm going to toss that over to the pack. I don't know why I still have this here, but I have the Thermarest repair kit. I have some reading glasses. I have a brush. I have some Imodium in case I get sick on trail. I have earplugs. I have a luxury item, which is a tiny little travel deodorant. Don't ask me why, I just had to have it. I have water treatment tablets if I need them in a case of an emergency. I always bring dental floss with me. I have a little case that's waterproof that I use to store all of my SD cards, which is running a little low right now because I keep handing them out to my ex-trail mates. And I don't know why, but I have a couple of guitar picks because you never know. You go into town and hey, some more Imodium. My little SanDisk backup, 2 terabyte backup. This year I'm all 4K, so I'm going to really go through this pretty quick, I can tell you. And a spare bottle cap, a coupler for my filter should I need it. I don't think I will, but in case I want to do that. A little mirror here that I broke off of a brush purposely just to use it to look for ticks, etc. And that's pretty much it. You know, that kind of closes it off. I do have some Dyneema tape for the tent, which will come later. I just want to keep this all together. I have a little rag here as well for cleaning camera lenses and so on. Further to the Diddy bag. Hey, Bax. You look a little out of shape here, buddy. This is Bax, baby Bax. You know him. He goes everywhere with me. Here, another luxury item is my shampoo that I bring on trail with me. I really do enjoy it. I like having my own shampoo. It's a blend that I've really enjoyed. and some conditioner. Yes, I used to call it cream rinse. I don't anymore. My little purple, my favorite color toothbrush here that I use. I got rid of the bamboo one. Always a little travel size toothpaste. Another, this is for just wiping off. This is just a little rag, multi-purpose rag around camp. You know, it's just very handy to have. You can wipe off condensation in your tent. You can clean off items. You can wash your cooking pot, which isn't here right now, but you can wash your cooking pot, etc. This I've had now for about 2,000 miles. My little Swiss Army knife that's pink, which I love. And moving on to hands. So hands, doing something a little different this year. There's one piece missing that's still on order. It's going to California, and that is mittens from Z-Packs that will cover all of these layers should I need them. This is my base hiking layer that you'll see me wearing all day, every day. Then if I need to, if it's really cold, but only with the cover, only with the waterproof mittens up on top of them. I would never get these wet. These are merino. These are merino gloves. And these are the outdoor research. I went one step further this year for when I'm up in the Sierras. I just brought these along. These are outdoor research, fairly light, but good to about, I would say, 10 to 15. So if you stack the three of these with my waterproof cover, I think I have a pretty viable system for protecting my hands. And this needs no explanation. This is my little Garmin InReach. This I'll be using all the time. I used the Zoleo before. The Zoleo is actually better. It's cheaper and it works better. This is lighter for carrying. Hey, go figure. I don't know. I just thought I'd try it out. Who knows? Okay, my phone. It's new this year and I'm going to use it extensively for recording because of its amazing quality. It's pretty fantastic. Right now, you're actually seeing it inside to eternity because I'm using an app to control the camera that I'm using. So the DJI Mimo app controls everything that I'm using this year. So as I move closer to it, you can see there's an app, like all kinds of different phones in there. That's pretty cool. New this year is a toque. Some of you may call them beanies. I call them toque. I'm from Canada. For head, I really want this in this year, as I brought it just in case. I figure I could manage the extra weight because I'm so light right now. Also, passport. Don't go anywhere without your passport, folks. And Bax is guarding the passport. He's laying out on the bed. He's a lazy little bugger, isn't he? Okay, moving on. New for this year. This is the Enlightened Equipment Visp rain jacket. This was quite expensive. My old system, the Z-Packs, has bit the dust. After 3,300 miles on trail, it finally gave up the ghost. So I bought this. I ordered this special. Like I say, I've been wanting this for years. It's got pit zips in it. I might do a full review of it later on, but I love the pit zips, the way they tuck away. They don't grind into you. The Z-Packs, they had pit zips, but the zipper itself would rub in between your arm and your side. More on the rain gear. I blew a hole out of the butt of the Z-Packs bottoms. I would have got the Enlightened Equipment, but they don't seem to be selling them, the bottoms, just the tops. So I went and got another pair of these. I had sat on a little piece of wood sticking out like a little splinter kind of thing, dragged it and ripped the pants, the old ones, so they're gone. Got new ones. The first aid kit you've already seen. The shoes. Hoka Stinson 7s. I'm going to wear these shoes all year this year. I've got another pair going into California for when I hit the PCT, because I'm not sure I'm going to get more than 500 or 600 miles out of these. But if I do, that's going to be way better than the Solomons, the speed crosses, because I only got 200 out of them. And not last, maybe not least, we'll see. This is new this year. I got this for a couple reasons. This is the Z-Packs Ultra. It's in storm gray. It's Ultra 100, I believe, and it is the Arc Haul 50 liter. Now, Anybody that's buying Z-Packs, always buy bigger, because Z-Packs, when they say 50, the actual pack itself is only 35. You've got 8 and 8 and 4, I believe, for the other pockets that they count. They will always count all the pockets. So just be wary of that, because Z-Packs does that. I don't know that any other company quite measures their packs quite the same way. So it's not unusual for you to see a Z-Packs pack with that's too small for people. I took the shoulder pockets off the Ranger, my Ranger, which is what I really wanted to use this year, but it's just not going to work on the PCT with bare canisters and stuff. I took these shoulder pockets off and put them on this pack. I want to use them this year, a pair of them. I'm not going to carry a water bottle on my thing anymore. That's just not for me. Sorry. I also put a lumbar pad on here, an extra one for comfort. I also put hip pockets on here, and in here all my ND filters for my phone and for everything else. In here I've got my headlamp, which is a Nightcore NU25 ultralight this year. So this one's new this year. I bought this at Trail Days. This is the ultralight version. It's the same as the one I had before, but it lasts 4 times as long. It has way more settings, light settings, and I'm really enjoying it. I didn't have to build a custom shock cord for it. It actually came with it. So thanks, Darwin. I bought this, or not Darwin, sorry. I bought this off Z-Packs, didn't I think? Yeah, I bought this off Z-Packs last year at Trail Days. And going in here a little further, I've got lip balm for chapped lips, which is quite common. And I downsized because there's not 2 of us anymore, just me hiking. I have my what's called Livestrong sunblock. I like the Livestrong because it has very large zinc oxide molecules that do not penetrate the skin. They sit on top of the skin. That is very important for me. I must have that because it's healthier. For the amount of sunblock I wear, this is the way to go, for sure. So anyway, folks, that's it. That's everything that I'm bringing on the Camino. I'll do another loadout later on, and I will explain the stuff that I'm adding and my final weights on the PCT. It's going to be a different loadout on the PCT, obviously, because I've got mountains to climb and camping and so on and so forth. But, you know, I've got it all laid out here, and now I got to get it off to bed. Okay, so I hope that you come along and follow along on this journey. The Camino is not a long trail. This may or may not be the best situation, but I have taken the advice of many people around me, people that have done the Camino, have given me some pointers and some just pointing out certain things that I need to be aware of when I'm out on the Camino. And the biggest thing that I'm really enjoying right now is the fact that I don't really have to bring a tent. I don't have to bring a sleeping pad. I mean, I'm saving a couple pounds here, at least 2 or 3 pounds on my base, just stripping everything down for just the Camino.